Hi, it's Movie Buff here. Today I have prepared for you the top 10 new movies of 2024. Here we go. Borderlands is a sci-fi action comedy set in the chaotic world of Pandora, a dangerous planet filled with alien monsters, ruthless bandits, and hidden treasures. The story follows Lilith, an infamous outlaw with a mysterious and shadowy past, who is reluctantly drawn back to Pandora to find the missing daughter of the universe's most powerful man, Atlas. Lilith assembles a diverse and unlikely team to aid in her mission. The crew includes Roland, a former mercenary seeking redemption, Tiny Tina, a wild and unpredictable demolitionist, Krieg, her towering protector, Tanis, an eccentric scientist with questionable sanity, and Claptrap, a snarky and sarcastic robot who adds humor to their dangerous quest. As they journey through the harsh and unforgiving landscapes of Pandora, the group faces a variety of threats, from deadly alien creatures to powerful enemies determined to stop them. Along the way, they uncover secrets that could change the balance of power in the universe. The key to everything lies in the hands of the missing girl, who holds unimaginable power that everyone desires. Filled with action-packed sequences, witty banter, and a mix of dark humor and high stakes, Borderlands delivers a thrilling adventure where survival is a game and the prize is beyond imagination. The film blends fast-paced action with a richly detailed world, making it an explosive and entertaining ride through the universe's most dangerous frontier. The Crow is a dark, gothic action fantasy film that tells the haunting tale of Eric Draven, a rock musician who is brutally murdered alongside his fiancée, Shelley, on the eve of their wedding. The story unfolds in a decaying, crime-ridden city where corruption and violence rule the night. 1 year after their deaths, Eric is mysteriously resurrected by a supernatural crow, a harbinger of vengeance. Driven by an insatiable need to avenge his and Shelley's murders, Eric dons his iconic black attire and white face paint, transforming into an avenging spirit. Guided by the crow, which grants him invulnerability and heightened abilities, he begins to hunt down the gang responsible for their deaths, led by the ruthless crime lord, Top Dollar. As Eric eliminates the gang members one by one, he is pursued by a weary, yet sympathetic police officer named Albrecht, who begins to uncover the truth behind Eric's return. Along the way, Eric forms a bond with a young girl named Sarah, who was close to him and Shelley in life, offering him a glimmer of humanity amidst his dark quest. The film builds to a climactic showdown between Eric and Top Dollar, where love, loss, and vengeance collide in a visually stunning battle. In the end, Eric avenges Shelley and finds peace, returning to the afterlife, knowing he has set things right. Afraid is a tense psychological horror film that explores the depths of fear and paranoia. The story centers around Sarah, a young woman who decides to spend a weekend alone in a remote cabin to clear her mind after a recent breakup. Isolated in the woods, Sarah initially finds the solitude peaceful, but as night falls, her sense of security begins to erode. Strange occurrences start to unsettle her: a creaking floorboard, shadows moving outside the windows, and eerie sounds in the distance. Sarah's phone loses signal, cutting her off from the outside world. As her fear intensifies, she discovers unsettling messages and disturbing signs that someone, or something, has been watching her. The tension escalates as Sarah becomes increasingly convinced that she is not alone. Her paranoia spirals out of control, blurring the line between reality and imagination. She sets up makeshift defenses and desperately tries to stay awake, but the sense of dread only grows stronger. In a nerve-wracking climax, Sarah is confronted by the source of her fear, a mysterious figure whose identity and motives are shrouded in darkness. The final scenes leave viewers questioning whether the terror was real or a manifestation of Sarah's fractured psyche, making Afraid a chilling exploration of the mind's capacity to create its own horrors. The Union is an action thriller that follows a team of elite operatives tasked with dismantling a powerful international crime syndicate. The film opens with an explosive heist, orchestrated by the enigmatic leader of the Union, a shadowy organization that controls a vast network of illegal activities, from arms dealing to cybercrime. The story centers around Alex Carter, a former CIA agent who is pulled back into the world of espionage when his sister, a journalist, is kidnapped by the Union after she uncovers damning evidence against them. Desperate to save her, Alex reluctantly joins forces with a group of skilled, each with their own personal vendettas against the Union. The team uncovers a conspiracy involving corrupt government officials and corporate moguls. Alex must navigate a web of deceit and violence to take down the Union before they unleash a devastating attack that could change the world order. Harold and the Purple Crayon is a live-action animated fantasy comedy that follows a young boy named Harold who possesses a magical purple crayon that brings his drawings to life. Harold embarks on imaginative adventures, creating worlds and characters with his crayon. However, his life changes when he steps out of his book and into the real world, where he faces unexpected challenges. Alongside his quirky friends, Harold must navigate this new reality, encountering mischievous creatures and solving puzzles to protect both worlds, real and imagined. Through these trials, Harold learns about bravery, friendship, and the true power of creativity. The film is a heartwarming blend of humor and adventure, making it an enjoyable experience for audiences of all ages. Ultimately, Harold realizes that while imagination can open endless possibilities, it's the connections he makes with others that truly bring his dreams to life. Jackpot is an action comedy set in a futuristic California where the state's grand lottery offers unimaginable wealth, but with a deadly twist. Anyone who wins must survive until sundown, or their prize is up for grabs by anyone who can kill them. The story follows Katie, a new Los Angeles resident who unexpectedly finds herself holding the winning lottery ticket. Suddenly thrust into a dangerous game, Katie must navigate a city filled with chaos and assassins out to claim her prize. She teams up with Noel, an amateur jackpot protector, who has made it his mission to help lottery winners survive. However, things get complicated when Noel's rival Lewis also steps in, offering his protection in exchange for a hefty commission. As Katie tries to survive the day, the movie delivers a blend of thrilling action sequences and comedic moments. With enemies closing in from all sides, Katie and her unlikely allies must outsmart and outfight their pursuers to claim the multi-billion-dollar prize. Jackpot is a wild, adrenaline-filled ride through a futuristic world where luck and survival go hand in hand. Trap is a psychological thriller directed by M. Night Shyamalan. The story centers around Cooper, a notorious serial killer known as the Butcher, who attends a concert with his daughter to see the pop star Lady Raven. What initially seems like a fun night out quickly turns into a nightmare when Cooper realizes that the event is a carefully orchestrated trap set by the police to capture him. As the concert unfolds, the tension escalates, with Cooper trying to stay one step ahead of law enforcement. The venue, filled with innocent concert-goers, becomes a claustrophobic battlefield where every move counts. The psychological pressure on Cooper intensifies as he navigates the tight spaces, dark corners, and hidden threats that lurk within the concert hall. The film's suspense is driven by unexpected twists and relentless danger, as Cooper's attempt to evade capture forces him into a deadly game of cat and mouse. His relationship with his daughter adds emotional depth to the story, as he struggles to protect her from the horrors of his own making. As the night progresses, the lines between predator and prey blur, leading to a shocking and heart-pounding climax. Trap promises to deliver the kind of edge-of-your-seat suspense and psychological intrigue that M. Night Shyamalan is known for, with a focus on the moral complexities of its characters and the high stakes of survival. It Ends With Us is a romantic drama based on Colleen Hoover's novel. The story follows Lily Bloom, a young woman who moves to Boston to start a new life and open her own flower shop. As she settles into her new surroundings, she meets and falls in love with Ryle Kincaid, a charming and successful neurosurgeon. Their relationship quickly becomes passionate and intense, but as they grow closer, Ryle's darker side begins to emerge, revealing troubling aspects of his personality. Lily's life becomes even more complicated when her first love, Atlas Corrigan, reappears. Atlas is a reminder of her past, a time when she endured her parents' abusive relationship. As old feelings resurface, Lily finds herself torn between her past with Atlas and her present with Ryle. The film explores the complexities of love, relationships, and the difficult choices Lily must make. It delves into themes of resilience, forgiveness, and the struggle to break free from cycles of abuse, ultimately focusing on Lily's journey to find peace and closure. The Killer is a gripping psychological thriller that delves into the mind of an elite assassin grappling with his own unraveling sense of reality. The film follows the story of Michael, a cold and methodical contract killer who has built a reputation for his flawless, emotionless execution of high-profile targets. As the movie begins, Michael is assigned a seemingly routine hit, but this time, something feels off. Haunted by vivid flashbacks of his violent past and plagued by disturbing visions, he begins to question his sanity. The line between his carefully controlled world and the chaos of his inner demons starts to blur, and Michael finds himself doubting his every move. Things take a turn when he becomes the target, pursued by an unknown adversary who seems to know his every move. As he tries to uncover who is hunting him and why, Michael is forced to confront the ghosts of his past and the guilt that has been festering within him for years. The movie escalates as Michael's reality fractures further, leading to a tense cat-and-mouse game where trust is a luxury he can't afford. In the final act, Michael confronts his pursuer, only to discover that the true enemy might be within himself. The film ends with a haunting ambiguity, leaving the audience to wonder if Michael can ever truly escape the killer inside him. Alien Romulus is a sci-fi horror film set between the events of Alien, 1979, and Aliens, 1986. Directed by Fede Alvarez, the story follows a group of young space colonists on a scavenging mission in a remote sector of the galaxy. Their routine expedition takes a dark turn when they stumble upon a derelict space station drifting in the void. Initially, the station appears abandoned, but the crew soon discovers that something terrifying lurks within its cold, metallic walls. As they explore the eerie corridors of the station, the colonists unwittingly awaken a dormant alien life form, a deadly xenomorph that begins hunting them one by one. The group's fight for survival becomes increasingly desperate as they realize they are trapped in a nightmarish game of cat and mouse with the ultimate predator. Alien Romulus delivers spine-tingling suspense and high-stakes terror as the colonists struggle to escape the relentless xenomorph. The film captures the claustrophobic atmosphere and intense horror that fans of the Alien franchise crave, while also exploring the psychological toll of facing an unstoppable, otherworldly threat. With each passing moment, the line between life and death grows thinner, as the colonists fight not just for survival, but for a chance to warn others of the unimaginable danger that lies in the stars. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you liked my review. See you soon.